do not want to be in this chair. I cannot stress it enough.
Even like 5-6 years ago, I never thought that we'd be talking about corrupt stuff going on with Hillsong.
They're kind of like saving his butts because they're taking it from like, okay, hey, I'm the bad guy to like, it has been officially 1 year that I have been on YouTube, and the video that kicked off our entire thing was the video titled Hillsong Exposed, where I talked about the documentary that Discovery Plus put out, talking about Carl Lentz and Hillsong as an organization, and was it a fair shake? If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll make sure to link it up in the description below. So go ahead and go check that out. But today, to kind of celebrate that, we're gonna surprisingly look again at another official trailer called The Secrets of Hillsong. Joining me for this trailer reaction is the one who sent this to me today, Mr. Mateo. Thank you for being on, buddy. This is 3 videos in a row that we get to
Yeah.
So you saw, we talked about the Hillsong first video before offline, and then I made that video, and that kind of like kickstarted, like I said, the whole YouTube side of things.
Yeah.
But I just want to get your reaction before we look at this trailer. I know you saw this one already. What have your thoughts been on our old show, Pastors After, or Hear Me Out, that we used to do live together over here on Twitch? We covered this pretty regularly as Carl Lentz was moving, as Justin Bieber was saying things about him. What was your impression though? Because the world hasn't gotten to hear on the whole Hillsong Exposed docuseries that the Discovery Plus one did. Love to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's interesting that even I feel like a year ago that Discovery really did like a big docuseries on Hillsong. Even like 5-6 years ago, I never thought that we'd be talking about corrupt stuff going on with Hillsong or any of these like big churches, and mega pastors and celebrity pastors. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, and there's even crazier things that has happened since the whole Carl Lentz debacle and everything, and it seems like granted, I'm not diluting anything that he did or has done in the past, but it does seem like when all that came out that Hillsong was very quick to kind of throw him under the bus and hide some of their stuff. Exactly.
And then that stuff came out later. Well, I guess it was still in the docuseries, some of it, Brian Houston stuff, but not everything.
Not it, dude. More still coming out.
Yep.
And it's crazy. It's scary.
Yeah, really. It is. It really is. Here's what the description for this one said. It says, everything will come to light. Watch the official trailer for FX, The Secrets of Hillsong, based on Vanity's Fair explosive reporting on the megachurch scandal, premiering May 19th, streaming on Hulu. So this is from the FX network, which I'll be honest, I didn't even know they were still a thing. I thought after like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like what else do they show other than like 90s action movies?
Oh, they still have a couple original TV shows that they show, but it's all Hulu. But yeah, because Hulu owns FX and everything now.
Ah, yeah. I just remember it used to be Channel 51 here in Illinois.
Right, with your cable provider, right?
Yeah, with my cable provider. So this is interesting because I wonder what it's gonna show. But let's just jump into it.
The truth doesn't go anywhere just because you cover it up.
I don't like you, but I love you.
Hillsong is a megachurch, and Carl Lentz is the celebrity pastor.
Carl is so charming.
People idolize him.
There is a sense that pastors can be hot.
The infamous
So special.
It was cool. Carl was
the first time I seen that
mega
picture.
superstar, and then he just disappeared.
You do not want to be in this chair. I cannot stress it enough.
You really got it.
I had some major lies.
He said, I have been unfaithful.
Carl was fired by Hillsong leader Brian Houston, but there was something larger happening at this church.
People were putting things together. Brian's unraveling was bound to happen.
They were protecting something. What are they protecting?
Ryan's pushing people to the limit.
Hillsong culture is loyalty to Hillsong.
There was a series of violent criminal acts against children.
Did you cover up your father's sex abuse?
They had meetings about not telling anyone. It's child abuse, labor abuse, sexual assault.
We are fearful of what is ahead.
I've never seen anything like this.
This is a church we're talking about.
Man. All right, so that's the video, guys. It's looking like, wow, not what I was expecting. I was like, what are they gonna do? And again, I know the stories. I'm keeping up with everything on it, but I was like, it just feels like was gonna retread tiring ground. But this is like a different angle altogether. They're almost looking to Carl Lentz as this, like, not anti-hero, but like this person who's kind of was a pawn in a way bigger story. What did you think?
Yeah, I feel like that's the whole thing. It's like we were all Carl Lentz, and
rightly so. I mean, he was doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I am not demeaning anything that he has done or anything. Like, that is not my goal here. What he did was horrible and anything, but I'm just saying, like, in the bigger picture, it seems like he was just a cog in the wheel, right, compared to all these other things. Although I will say the trailer is really well done.
It is very well done. That version of that song was really good too.
Yeah,
like it was perfectly fitting for this.
And really good at wanting us to get us to watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be honest. It's a 4-part series. It's probably gonna be 4 videos for you guys to break it down. If you don't have time to watch however long this is gonna be, I'll break it down in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and so, but it'll be good. Although I will say in the trailer, it did look like, I think it was an hourglass, but to me, it seemed like if everything going on there was like, oh, $10,000. Oh, it looks like drugs. And I'm like, were they in drug running? I don't think so. But the trailer kind of made it seem like that. But just me nitpicking.
Hillsong's been rocked these last few years, dude. It stinks. I would hate to be in their leadership.
Oh, dude, that's something I do not envy. No. Because again, Hillsong is a massive organization. I know Brian Houston started it and all this stuff, but there are people there right now picking up the pieces.
Yeah, trying to.
They're really attempting. I feel like they're just it's a sinking ship and they're trying to get water out. That's a but yeah, so it'll be interesting. Again, I've heard I do like listening to Tim Ross and his podcast, and he was talking about how Carl Lentz has really been working on getting right.
And he's now with Transformation Church, I believe.
I think he's working behind the scenes with Transformation. He's not like a pastor. He's like a strategist, because again, with all the stuff that happened, he was really good at reaching people. And very charismatic. And so I guess this whole thing, but again, we see, I hear things. Granted, I don't know the whole situation, but it seems like he was wanting to do right by his wife and his family.
Yeah, and they're still together. They're still together, sticking by their sides. And talk about like making lemonade with lemons here. Like the dude, like he's gone through this scandal, had his name dragged through the mud through the Discovery Plus docuseries, and then like the genius of seizing an opportunity. Again, I'm not saying I like him. I'm not saying he was a good pastor. I don't know him personally. I could just say from the actions that I did see, didn't seem like he was always leading the best. While I don't think that docuseries from Discovery Plus was completely like fair in all things, definitely the dude was not like a saint or in the right. But like to do this and to like re-angle this in a different way, I Brian Houston, honestly, and his Brian Houston Sr., his dad, I forget if he has a different first name. They're kind of like saving his butts because they're taking it from like, okay, hey, I'm the bad guy to like, dude, I'm nothing compared to like this stuff that's going on here. And let me tell you about the real bad stuff that was going on at Hillsong.
and no matter what's going on, there is some marketing genius happening right now.
Yeah.
I will give them that. So it'll be interesting to see what all comes out, because I'm pretty sure, I hope they still cover what he did. And they don't just turn him into a saint. Like, I know, and like I saw some people on Twitter and a lot of Theo bros going in. It's like, well, they're trying to get him to wear white because they're trying to exonerate him and all this stuff to try to make him like look super innocent.
It's like they're Marvel Easter eggs.
He's not innocent. Yeah.
No one's talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We're here talking about the FX 4-part docuseries, The Secrets of Hillsong. To that point, it's like we have this entertainment, and it intrigues us because it's like, what do we do? It puts us in those positions of like, okay, if we were a church leadership of Hillsong, if we were Carl Lentz, like what would we do in those situations? And the one thing throughout this year that from the time I made that first docuseries video on YouTube covering Hillsong Exposed, I was like, man, I don't want to keep making videos that are gonna like assist in disenfranchising like the trust of people having in the church. But the reality is I don't see a lot of non-church goers like watching this. Like you have to either be somebody who already doesn't like the church because you came from a Christian home and you have church hurt, youth pastor told you that your shorts were too short, or you needed to cover up your chest, whatever it may be. And you equated that to church hurt and church oppression. Yeah. So you already don't like the church. And this is just going to add fuel to that fire, kind of like how the first docuseries did. Or you're like people like us who are like, hey, we work in the church. This could be a good warning sign, and we're just interested in what's going on behind the scenes of this. And so I don't think it's wrong to watch it or even talk about it. Like this is just the reality of the world that we live in. People mess up. People make mistakes. No, this doesn't excuse any of their behavior or what they're doing. But as Christians, how can we look at this? Who the world's going to make this regardless of what Christians think about this. They just see an opportunity for money, an opportunity for marketing, like you were saying earlier. But as Christians, what's the conversations we need to be having around this, and how do we engage with others on these topics? That's what I kind of want to focus on as we look and see what this docuseries actually is talking about.
Because there's something that's been resonating to me in the past couple of weeks after talking to people and dealing with friends who are pastors who are going through a rough time, is that all of us are flawed. All of us are broken. We're sinners. Yep. And every pastor that's out there is a sinner. And whether they're either they're doing really well with their leadership and their platform that they're given, or they're falling like this, and like we've seen with past people and doing stuff, God still used them, and God uses broken people to reach others, and because God can use you through your brokenness, and that's like the biggest thing that's been resonating to me in the past like 3 weeks, is just that. It's like, this pastor did this other pastor did this, but during some time when they were reaching people or preaching, God used them, and he still can.
Yeah, it's true. He can. And it's the whole reason why we need Jesus. Exactly what was said in chat. If we were perfect, Jesus wouldn't have to have paid the price. And so again, I think it's the wrong mindset when Christians are like, oh, just pretend it doesn't exist. Like, don't acknowledge it. It's like, no, dude, like things happen. Church leaders fall. Like, and if that rocks your faith to the point where you don't want to be a Christian anymore, or you don't want to trust the church, well, then you didn't have a healthy understanding of what a pastor is, what church leaders are, even the purpose of the church. The church is there because we are broken people. The church is there to be a reminder to the believers that there is a heaven, there is a hell, there is a real God who does love us, who did pay for our sins so that we could have new life. And it is not fair, but that's what grace is. And so, I'm looking forward. I didn't think I was gonna be. You sent me this, and I was like, cool. It kind of marks our 1-year anniversary, so it makes sense to react to this one. But no, I'm actually like really interested. Like you said, the marketing, I think, on this trailer was just edited really well. Guys, if you enjoyed today's conversation, please let me know by subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on the video. Let us know what you guys think about this topic down below in the comment section. If you made it this far into the video, why don't you check out this video here that I think you're gonna enjoy? Or if you've already seen that one, go and check out this one right down here that YouTube thinks you're gonna enjoy. But until then, guys, know that you are valued and loved, and I'll see you soon.